Hi there, meteorologist Ed Valley here, taking a look at the Northeast. It's about 11:30, and we have precip moving in from the west, and this will come in here this evening as expected. And it's going to be mostly rain, but initially there's enough cold air to at least offer some snow and wintry precipitation north at the initial onset. So you'll see here this evening, this is around 5 o'clock, precip moving in. It's all rain south. But as we get into the evening hours, you're noticing enough cold initially for a period of snow and mix, transitioning over to just freezing rain this evening. This is 10 p.m. But notice by midnight, 1 a.m., the cold is getting scoured out, and it's really just a cold rain for most areas here through the overnight hours. Rain also gets into parts of Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. It's mostly a New England deal in far northern New York. But as we head into the morning on Thursday, a couple lingering showers possible, but the big story will be the warmth for Thursday. Total precip here looks like a tenth to 4/10 for a lot of places here in less Connecticut southward. Not a big system. But again, the bigger story for Thursday, look at these temps that we're going to be seeing for Thursday. I am incredibly impressed. 50s up to Montreal, 60s up to Boston, 70s Central Virginia. It's pretty impressive for December 16th. So fully expecting the warmest day probably for the rest of the year. That's not hard to say since there's only 14 days left. Will be Thursday. Thursday night, a couple showers roll through the north as the cold front rolls in. And that cold front's going to be important for Friday night, Saturday as this system approaches from the west. So again, not a big deal through Friday. Maybe a few flurries along the international border. The bigger story comes as we get into Saturday, especially later Saturday and into Saturday night. So initially here during the morning, rain breaks out, PA, Jersey, New York. And by the afternoon, I want to point to the temperatures aloft. You're noticing initially it might be cold enough here for a little snow in New England. Now, the key here is how quickly does it warm up? And the answer is pretty darn quickly, especially in Connecticut and Rhode Island and in the Hudson Valley. Temperatures by the end of the day are well above freezing. Really no issues for, any sort of wintry precipitation. Now, north of I-90, the cold holds longer. Therefore, the snow holds longer. But even there, you notice the GFS gets the freezing level here right up to about I-90. You look at the Canadian model. Well, first, let me talk about amounts. It does look like a pretty sizable event. It looks like about a half an inch to locally as much as 1 inch of liquid. You look at the Canadian, very similar, a swath of a half to 1 inch. Europeans a little further south. My hunch is this is an outlier, too far south. But again, the amounts of liquid are pretty impressive. Now, with this said, snow is a pure snow event is only likely in northern New England because, again, as I mentioned, there's going to be a transition zone in here. And we're inside 4 days, so this is becoming a little bit higher confidence than, say, maybe 3-4 days ago, or even 2 days ago. So it's a situation where I think we're going to see things taper off Saturday night and Sunday, maybe a few morning snow showers, but it's just a cold and cloudy day, inland, maybe a few stray snow showers, but not a big deal. So snowfall amounts here, I'm not going to show you a map yet. I'm not confident enough to do so, but could be a moderate event. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, upstate New York, a minor to moderate event along I-90. And then you get south of there, it's just a very minor event because we're going to have quite a bit of warm air hanging around to the south. Now, early next week, we talked about how Saturday will likely impact the Tuesday storm, and Tuesday's storm isn't even there anymore. Okay, so something we'll continue to watch, but that system is trending lower or less likely, whereas the Saturday system is trending more likely and in the snowy direction across the north, which is welcome news for areas that have been quite warm here so far this winter. So that's what we have for today. A quick look at temperatures this weekend. Again, for Saturday, it's cold for snow up north. And then as we head into early next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, actually on the cooler side, and that takes us right through Christmas. We're heading in the cooler direction here to end the month of December. So the warmth lingers through the weekend, but again, I think it's tapering off a little bit here into Christmas week. So that's what we have for you today. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video.